What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and today, on December 1st of 2023, the day that I'm recording this video, I am officially announcing that the great CS2 market crash of 2023 is officially over. The market crash is done, and in this video today, we're going to be talking all about the different signs and signals all over the market that show, hey, we are starting to bounce back a little bit. This market crash, it's Jover. Things are starting to trend upwards once again, and this is good news for a bunch of different reasons. I wanted to start off by showing this tweet from Nalo. This was a couple days ago, November 25th. He's been kind of talking about this. He said, not bad for one day. Let's see if it continues upward this time. He shows that he bought this bayonet tiger tooth because he's a smart guy. He's buying the dip. When things crash down, he's buying good, cool items that he wants, like the bayonet tiger tooth factory new, for 31.89 RMB, and then he shows that according to him, what is a day later, or you can see here 5 days 10 hours, so like a day and a half, something like that, up to 3,400 RMB. But then guess what? It doesn't stop there. He posted another update a couple days later. This one was on November 29th, so 4 days later, this was up to 35.25 RMB. So from 31.89 to 35.25, like a 10% or a little bit more than 10% jump over the course of a week. This is not something that we had been seeing previously. Before, every day you logged on, every day you checked your CS inventories or whatever, your numbers were just going down. It was like literally, if you want to see the number go lower, just like refresh it in 6 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours or whatever. The prices just kept dropping and kept going down and down and down and down. And I mean, you can see something like that when we look at like the Esport Fire Index. I mean, look at this. If you look at the 3-month graph back from like September, it's literally pretty much just straight down all the way up until we got to this most recent bottom on November 15th of 2023. I mean, yes, there's a couple times where it goes up, but then it just goes right back down. Now, obviously, you can see on the tail end here, things have just kind of been going up, if not staying flat, for about 2 weeks now. Now, could we be about to drop off once again? Yeah, it's definitely possible, but this one feels a little bit different. This one does feel a little bit more sustained, and really, over the past 3 months, we've seen so much negativity out there. Like, I really think it would be tough for people to be more negative or selling stuff harder or giving up harder or being more in despair or more in depression. Now, obviously, that's easy to say, and this might age very, very poorly. A month from now, I might be like, okay, hey, I was wrong. This is what, peak like depression and despair, whatever in the CS markets looks like, because obviously, stuff can always get worse. I mean, if we zoom out here, we can see that really in the grand scheme of things, these prices aren't even that low. The prices we're at right now are the prices that we saw like February of 2023. I mean, even these very, very bottom out prices, if you just kind of scroll back, it's what we saw in like January of 2023. So really, we've just rewinded the clock, which again, I've been preaching in all my videos and all my content, is an awesome opportunity, because when the prices were up here in like April, everyone was saying, oh my God, the market's on fire. This is insane. This is awesome. This is crazy. But I wish I would have bought more stuff in January. Like, oh my gosh, everything I bought in January, it's up like freaking double in price. I should have bought more stuff in January. I'm such an idiot for not buying more stuff. And they start to feel bad and they start to FOMO and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to buy now since I couldn't buy back then. And that's how you obviously see these extended price increases and yada, yada, yada. But now we're literally back to those January prices, and instead of being excited and people buying the dip and everything like that, like Nalo was doing with this bayonet tiger tooth, people are panicking and selling and blah, blah, blah. And like literally it was everywhere you went, on Twitter, on Reddit, everything. People were literally just being so negative, saying CS2 sucks, CS2 investing sucks. People are, the cockroaches are crawling out of the woodwork being like, oh my gosh, you guys really put money into video game skins. You guys are so stupid. You guys are idiots, blah, blah, blah. And now, over the past couple of weeks, you haven't really heard those people as much. Now, again, if the market does drop back down, those people are going to come back and say, I told you so. And if the market just continues to rise, then we're never really going to hear from them again until it decides to drop again. And obviously, they'll pop out. But you can see all the different marketplaces are talking about how much the market has been doing good on their different sites or based on their metrics or whatever. You can see your price empire here based on the most popular Counter-Strike skins. We've seen an overall increase of 8% in the past week, which is obviously a great sign to see. Esport Fire has been following this very, very closely over the past couple weeks. Contrary to last week's expectations, a slight upward trend has been spotted. After a loss of 20% in 3 months, the Esport Fire 300 was able to gain 4% this week. This was on November 26th. And they continue to follow up on these tweets with another one up here. In less than 2 weeks, Esport Fire 300 kind of like it's like an ETF pretty much, or just kind of like a basket of a bunch of the top skins and stuff, or that they like to track together rather than tracking the whole entire market, because in the whole CS market there's so many different items and so many are worth watching and not worth watching. They're not going to include every 3-cent graffiti and every stupid, just all the stupid stuff. They're trying to find the good stuff, the actual investment grade stuff with something like the Esport Fire 300 index. But now it had risen 10% since reaching its lows on November 16th. And then we get one more follow-up even more recently, where while some individual skins have seen slight increases or drops, the Esport Fire 300 has remained relatively stable, hovering around the 31,500 mark. So we did see this nice rise. Now things are starting to stabilize, but obviously the good news here is we haven't seen a drop-off. We've seen things stay flat. They went up. Now they're kind of easing the way, and we're trying to see what's going to happen next. Are we going to continue to go up? Are we going to go back down? I don't know. But I do think there are a lot of great signs in the market right now. And again, even if the market's going to go up, down, whatever, now could still be a really, really great time to buy. Because again, if we look at the last 3 months, it's not like things still aren't on sale. We are still down a lot from the last 3 months. We are still down a lot from the peaks of the CS2 hype. We're down a lot from May or even September or whatever. Yeah, we're not at the very, very bottom, but I know some people are super, super scared of catching a falling knife or having something they buy go down even lower or whatever. But if the market is starting to turn around now, it's possible we're not going to see these lows again. It's possible we're going to stabilize or go up slowly, have some consistent organic growth because of many different reasons. Again, one, everyone who hates CS2 or thinks it sucks or was so scared they needed to sell out, blah, 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 blah. Those people have been selling for the past 3 months. Eventually, they're not going to have any more stuff to sell. Eventually, the people who believe in CS2 or the people who are trying CS2 as Valve continues to put out these updates, or the people who just believe in the future of CS2 are going to be buying and holding. And Valve really does right now continue to be putting out pretty good updates on a weekly, semi-weekly basis of improving the game. And there's still, of course, the expectations that new content is going to be coming. At the very least, we know that there's going to be a new major in like April. It's either March or April of 2024 with the Copenhagen major right around the corner. We obviously expect Valve wants the game to be as good as possible by then. There also could be some new content coming out surrounding that. If not, we know at the very least, esport majors are a very, very hype and exciting time that's going to bring people and eyeballs to the game. It's also going to bring us some new stickers, stuff like that, with whatever they're going to do. It's also going to be the very first CS2 major. Valve's going to want it to be this huge, grand, crazy, amazing thing. And the player base and the market and everything is probably going to be doing good in the meantime. So I get it. There's been a lot of like depression and despair and negativity and everything going on, but it does seem like the markets are trending upward. But again, that doesn't mean it's too late to buy. That doesn't mean you missed the bottom. We are still at discounted prices. We are still at early 2023 prices. These are still, in the grand scheme of things, I think very, very good times to buy because again, when we saw these prices in January and February of 2023, that was before we even knew of CS2. Now CS2 is here. We literally have a functional CS2 game that looks beautiful. Yes, it has some issues, but the basis and the groundwork is there for Valve to turn CS2 into something amazing and to build this thing up over time. And I think that's obviously going to be great for the player base, for the market, for the economy, for so many different skins. New content is going to be coming out at some point. So I don't know. I think we are much closer to the market crash being done and for things to be getting better than we are for things to be getting much worse from here. But obviously I've been a more positive and optimistic person than a lot of people. I have been buying the dip. I'm going to continue to be buying the dip. I think it's a great time to buy. I think people who buy at these levels, even if things go lower from here, I still think in the long run, you're going to be making a great purchase and a great decision. So I don't think you're going to have much regret or remorse or whatever. We'll have to wait and see. But again, for right now, I am officially declaring the market crash of 2023 to be over. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that goes. But for right now, things are looking very, very good. And all the doomers, all the negative people out there, they've been awfully quiet lately. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Again, if you want to sell any of your CS2 items, you're looking to cash out, anything like that, definitely hit me up on Twitter, first link in the description below. Yeah, hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.